Good afternoon, Chuck with Pooch and Zen, coming at you today with a new Zen Talk about transforming obstacles into possibilities. What do I mean by that? What I mean by that is that you have things in your life, goals that you want to achieve in both your personal, business life, and when you're doing that, what happens is that you run into obstacles. You run into things that are going to prevent you from doing what you want to do, or you think that's going to prevent you from doing what you're going to do. So that's what I'm talking to you about. For example, I've been living out on the Oregon coast for 6 months now, and I originally had a rental in Southern Oregon, Brookings. It fell through, and I was basically like, I don't have anywhere to live. What am I going to do? And what I did is I took that as an opportunity. I was like, well, I don't really want to rent. And again, I need to take a break from it, from having that experience. And I do want to continue traveling. I love exploring. I love going to new places, meeting new people. So I kind of like channeled that energy and put it into a problem. So what I did is instead of looking for more rentals, I thought more about, well, where can I go that's affordable within the local community, that's safe, that's not too far from downtown in case I want to do business, I want to do personal stuff. And I ended up picking a state park called Harris Beach State Park. And yeah, it ended up being amazing. I took so many photographs of the ocean. That's what I do for the business. I go into the ocean up to my knees in low tide and shoot the ocean because I get a different perspective of it compared to other photographers. And I also really love the cold water and the physical connection to it. So, I took this thing that I could have easily been like, oh, that was terrible. The rental didn't work out. And I had to go back to where I lived. I got to go back up to Portland. And I was like, no, I'm not doing that. That's not what I came down here for. I came down here to start a new life. So this is what I'm saying, and this is what I've been doing this entire time out here. Is like, something falls through, I do this. If that falls through, I do this, and it's this concept of life that like, there's always more than one way to go from point A to point B, and you just need to be creative to figure that out. So don't take things in your life that you think that you can't do because it's a mindset shift. You have to get out of like limited thinking about what you can and can't do. And hey, you know what? It's okay if you struggle. It's okay if you something happens and it's not working out. The key is to just keep going, be consistent. And I think also it's important when you're trying to get over obstacles is like have a goal. So if there's something you want to do, set the goal, set a timeline, and execute. That's where a lot of people get stuck is on the execution part, and try not to like sit there and overthink things, and be like, well, I don't know if this is gonna work. I don't know if this is gonna I can't do it. And you got to stop going from like can't to can and from won't to will. And I think that's where a lot of people get stuck. And so many people are like struggling right now, both mentally, financially, uh, physically, possibly. And that's one way of looking at it. That's what I do in my life, and it's really helped me to achieve the successes I've been able to achieve out here with the resources that are available to me. And as another example, like right now the weather is going to start changing in September, and the weather is going to get pretty crazy here in mid-October. And my original plan was to like get a rental here in October, try to make it through the winter here. But I also realized like this area shuts down, so like if you have a business, it's really hard to do anything out here. So I've decided that like I'm just going to travel. I'm going to travel somewhere. I'm going to go down to Southern California where my family is, and figure it out. literally. I have no plan yet about it so far, but I will. Um, and that's what I'm saying. Like, see, even that, like, I could just be like, well, I'll just stay here and get a rental and survive the winter and not do much business and stay inside and all that stuff. And I'm just like, well, maybe I can take this winter and convert it into something that's positive for my life. And so this is what I'm putting out there for you all is that, like, if there's something you want to achieve, don't worry about the obstacles. You're going to get over them. The most important part is to start. Stop hesitating, stop waiting, go do that thing you want to do, and just chip away at it every day. That's the important part. You have to chip away every day at your goals. And you have to set a timeline. So you have to be like, okay, well, I want to do X by X, you know? And if you don't set a timeline, you don't set goals, it's not going to happen. Um, and that's it. That's the key. Execute, execute, execute. So anyway, I hope that's helpful. And just keep doing your thing and don't worry about it. It's all going to be fine. I mean, look at me, right? A year ago, I was miserable living in Portland with all the like crime and drama and stuff. And I mean, look at this, you know, it's paradise out here. Well, actually that way. So that's my view of part of the farm that I'm on. And it's just absolutely gorgeous. This is not a talk about making excuses. This is a talk to lift you up and to help you. You know, any of you out there are struggling. Like, that's it. Like, you gotta change. You gotta shift your mindset, and it's all the overthinking stuff. Go from overthinking to action, because that hesitation, that is is what's going to keep you from accomplishing the things that you want to do in life. Once you get past the hesitation and all of that, like, good things can happen for you. So anyway, I hope that really helps you all out there with wherever you're at in your life. And the usual thing, like and subscribe, share this video with anyone you think might find it helpful, and just put yourself out there. You're gonna do just fine. And if you're not sure, use me as your inspiration, because I'm out here doing it. You know, a year ago, I was unhappy. I recognized it. I made a plan. I started executing every single day for a year straight until I got out here. And I mean, this place is absolutely amazing. And again, like, you know, weather's gonna change, and I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna, like, that's what I'm saying. I'm gonna take that obstacle with the weather and turn it to my advantage, because I can still run this business anywhere in the world. So you may not be able to do that if you don't have a business, but like, you can still figure out how to go from point A to point B and just be creative about it. That's the key to life, is to be creative and to be consistent about it. And stop worrying. Stop worrying. Stop overthinking, and turn your worry into action. So, all right. I hope you all have a great upcoming week, and I'll see you on the flip side on the next Zen Talk. Cheers, chocolate pooch and Zen. Catch you later.